What's going on, y'all? Let me know if y'all can hear me straight. I'm gonna check it on my end too, because for some reason it's just crazy. Because I was just talking about the mic yesterday, and now it's not hooking up. I don't know if I have something unscrewed, but we're about to see if we sound good or not. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, we sound straight. Perfect. So I'm about to go ahead and send this link out. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. We are live. Bam. All right, send that link out. So what's going on, y'all? So me and the members were currently in this trade. We're gonna go ahead and actually move this over here. But me and the members were currently in this EJ trade. If y'all go check out my Instagram story, which you should see on the bottom of y'all screen at playmaker_way. Make sure to follow me on TikTok also, but you'll see the screenshot of this position as well as the screenshot of the signal in the advanced play signal room. We're up a decent amount of pips. Let's actually do some quick math so I'm not just making up numbers. So we're currently up. What are we at? Yeah, so we're currently up about 60 pips right now. Not too bad. So yeah, we're riding this out. We're kind of in the same position we was in yesterday with the EN play me and the members took last night. So we're going to be looking to see if it can continue to hold this level. And if it can do so, we're going to add another position, just like what we did with EN yesterday. Those that was on yesterday's live, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or the members, of course, because, you know, we took that trade and I broke it down with y'all in the New York price watch list. So we're going to be looking for a potential buy on EN again right here. It just broke above this level of this candlestick. So we're going to wait for the next 15. It's a little bit too far to enter. We could enter here, but we're going to wait for the next 15. See if we see a retest so we get a better position. And then we're going to just repeat what happened yesterday. That's going to be the game plan there. I did take a Euro AED buy as well. I didn't call this trade out. It was kind of like a quick jump in. But so I'm technically 2-0, but it was just keeping it with the signals. We're 1-0 for the day, 4-1 for the week so far. So if EA can continue to hold this level, we're going to look for another buy position here. But I am currently in this position. Also, I may or may not post on my story. I kind of like to only post trades that I call signal-wise on my story. But I might start posting other trades that aren't signals as well. Because I do take some other trades outside the trades posted in the signal room. Those just joined the stream, we haven't entered this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Last week we went 14-0. We took 0 losses and we caught a huge amount of pips. We caught over 107,000 pips in just 1 week last week. That's not a typo. Click that first link. You'll be able to check that out for yourself, do the math for yourself, see the screenshots for yourself, all that good stuff. We already last week alone surpassed the amount of pips we caught last month. We went 46-5 last month, only taking 5 losses, 46 wins, catching a total of 45,925 pips. And we're going to pull that up on the charts in just not the charts on the screen in just a second. But like always, we're just going to go through the oops. Before we do that, all right, cool. So I went over this goal position yesterday with the members. It dropped. Also, we went over this during the live. Obviously, we couldn't enter it during the live because it was still doing some ranging and retesting. But I did say we was looking for sales in yesterday's live. And of course, the New York price watch list with the members, I broke down the levels more in depth and detail. And sure enough, that thing ended up tanking beautifully. So we're going to look for another sell position right here. We're just going to wait for price to try to break back below and meet our confirmations. And once our confirmations are met, we're going to calculate our lot size and enter like always. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all in here. How y'all doing? What's going on, Shawn? I see you in here. Yeah, so we're going to continue to look for sells on gold. Indices, we're going to be looking for buys as well on there. JPY pairs, we're obviously going to be looking for buys. We're currently in a buy, so we're going to go over that. Also, me and the members, we're currently in this EJ setup. Called this trade last night during Tokyo session. Might be seeing the next higher high get made here. That's what it's looking like, but we currently are up. We entered all the way at the beginning of this candlestick, and we're just currently riding the wave in real time. So as far as the news, we did have news about almost an hour ago for the GBP pairs. We got about 7 minutes until London session starts. So after the GBP CPI later on today at 10 a.m., we do have USD news. Fed Chair Powell is speaking. Won't be going live for this news event. We're going to be going live tomorrow. Yeah, so we're going to be going live tomorrow and then Friday. I don't know which news event Friday, but we're going to be going live tomorrow. And by we, I mean the members, because the members, as y'all know, we go live during the New York session, during the news events. Not every news event, but usually at least one or two news events, high impact. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, bet I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. So yeah, so we have price pushing up. We had the retracement happen yesterday and Monday, which we kind of saw and anticipated. But also last week, we didn't take any EJ buys, but we did take GJ buys, meaning the members. But as we can look at EJ and GJ, they kind of did a similar move last week. So because we had this higher high, huge higher high get made, it makes sense for a retracement to happen, especially because literally all last week for the most part, we only see green candlesticks. So, like we went over in yesterday's live, there's only a few formations you're going to see price move in, and each one of these formations they have certain waves of flow in the formation. So, since we're looking at EJ, we're just going to talk about the uptrend because we can clearly see here that we're in bullish and we're in an uptrend. So what is the two things that's in an uptrend? Higher highs and higher lows. So if we just saw the higher high get made here, what do you think is going to happen next? Yes, we want to look for buys, but what do you think is going to happen next after 5 days in a row of price exploding to the upside, breaking out of a strong level of support resistance, which we can see right here? So we can anticipate a retracement, which we saw happen yesterday and Monday. We did take a buy on Monday on GJ, but that's when the retracement happened. But it came and hit this level and it's pushing up. So if it can continue to hold this level, we can possibly look for another position and continue to ride this wave to the upside. So we're going to be looking for buys on the JPY pairs. We're going to be looking for buys on the AUD pairs. And by AUD pairs, I mean EA and GA. So that's Euro AUD and GBP AUD. So let's go ahead and pull up EN as well. Let's just join the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. We're going to pull it up in just a second. So this was the EN buy that we took yesterday, meaning the members. I took two positions. I entered two positions on this trade, but just looking at the original position, it was a 1 to 3 risk reward. So the first entry, I made 3 times what I was risking. The second position, I made 2.5 what I was risking. So we're going to look for another buy here off this level. It just broke this level, this candlestick. We got about 3 minutes until the next 15. So we're going to want to look for a retest. And depending on how that retest looks, we're going to enter another buy and continue the wave to the upside and see if we can break past the strong resistance level that we struggled to break and close above yesterday. So that's going to be the game plan for today. We're still going to be looking for buys. And then if we look on the daily time frame, we can already see a nice rejection with the price showing that it's trying to push and continue to the upside. So we're going to go back to that on the next 15. So yeah, we're going to be looking at Euro New Zealand GBP New Zealand buys. We're going to be looking at Euro AUD GBP AUD buys. We're going to be looking at gold sells. And then we're going to be looking at buys on the indices, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to pull that up, though, and take a look at that in just a second. All right, cool. So let's pull up gold really quick and see if it broke that level we was looking at. No, so we're just going to move this over to the right a little bit. We're still going to be looking for sells. We're just going to patiently wait for our confirmations to get met like usual. Like always, we're in no rush to enter trades. Why we're in no rush? Because we do not control the markets. So there's no reason to put that unnecessary pressure on ourselves or that stress. So looking at NAS, this was the buy position I went over on live and with the members. It did a quick little few bounces. People could have entered some buys or some scalps on it. Now it's kind of just stuck at this level of traffic. But if we go on the bigger time frame, let's take a look and see what's going on here. So if we zoom out, we see that we are bullish, just like most of the pairs we're looking at. And we see similar things happen with the JPY pairs, like we was just discussing. We saw the retracement after last week, the huge higher high got made, where we caught nice buys, me and the members. Actually, we caught nice buys on SPX positions in the free channel as well. We can go over that in just a second. Well, we'll go over right now. So this is how we did it yesterday. Yesterday we went 2-0. We caught 153 pips on the EN buy, and then the GN buy that was called a free channel. We caught 67 pips, catching a total of 153. I forgot to do the total. I'm gonna fix that later. I gotta do the total. But right here on every trade, you're going to see the personal entries, SL, the TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, the reactions, TPs getting hit, time the trade was posted, also times I posted the TP getting hit. Screenshots of positions. This was the EN buy, like I mentioned earlier. This was the first position. This was the second position. And then this is the screenshot of me showing you outside of the TradingView website, me in those trade positions. So how we did Monday, we went 1-1, break even day. Well, slightly blue, but just going to call it break even. Took a GJ buy, like we mentioned before, took a loss, and then we took a GA sell. All teams hit got 43 pips to start the week. And then looking at last week, like you see on your screen, we went 14-0. Monday, we caught 19,400 pips. Tuesday, we caught 33,797 pips. Wednesday, we caught 11,236 pips. Thursday, we caught 42,700 pips. And then Friday, we caught 435 pips, ending the week with a total of 107,570 pips caught. 99,146 of those pips strictly in the advanced play signal room. You go right here to the 18th. You click here. It's going to take you to the very first day, which was Monday, where you see we went 3-0, catching a total of 19K, 400 pips. You click here. It's going to take you to the very beginning, just like we went over. Personal entry, SLs, TPs, time the trade was posted, reactions, how people viewed or entered the trade, screenshots of the positions, all that good stuff. This was that NAS buy we just went over and talked about a couple minutes ago. But now we're about to go back on these charts because London session did just start. So let's go on these charts and see what's going on. Did we just hit the final TP on GN? I think we just hit the final TP on GN. 745. What was the final TP? 745. Let me see here. Yeah, we did. So let me go ahead and let the free channel know all TPs hit. Move SL on profit or close. Move SL in profit or close. Bam. Awesome. All right, y'all. So price is still pushing up. So like I just said in the free channel, move SL in profit or close. So basically, like that says, move SL in profit because all TPs got surpassed. So there's no reason this trade should become a losing trade. All right. So you had actually another chance last night to re-enter, just like how we entered the. No, we didn't enter EN last night. That was the night before. Excuse me. But you had another chance to re-enter and catch the full move again. But as you see here, this is where we entered, hit this level, arranged a little bit, retraced last night. Off the retest is exploding up. We can't really mess with that pair. We're already in that position. So let's see what EN. So that's not retracing either. So we're just going to let these do their thing until they retrace back down. And if they don't retrace, then we're just going to wait for it to hit this level above and then enter there. So that's going to be the game plan. Whoops, my bad, y'all. I stay knocking stuff over. So let's go over gold really quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. My bad, y'all. So we're still waiting for a gold to break back below here. Where it's currently at, if it can stay and hold underneath 1933, 1934, then we can look for sales. It looks like it's trying to do that. We also have a strong wall of price above here. So if it does meet our confirmations, we definitely have a lot of cushion for price to have to break to push back to the upside. But if we just look on the daily time frame, like we went over yesterday, we were in this level of traffic. We finally broke underneath it. So we can stay underneath it. Again, we have a huge level of traffic on the daily as well as a strong wall of price on the 15 to hold underneath. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah, fix that. I'm just going to do that. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're going to go back to that one right there. So let's go back to EJ and see how that's doing. All right, so EJ is trying to push back up. So I might add another position here. All right, down. All right, so I added another position here. So my first position, my SL's in profit. I added a second entry. So my trade is still risk free. Even if my SL gets hit with a second position, I'm still going to end this trade blue because I'm deep in profit on this trade and I'm not over leveraging on my second position. So even if I lose some money here, the profit that I have off this original trade will still make me end this trade blue. All right, like I always go over, everything comes down to simple math. Once you got your strategy down, everything comes down to simple math. Your lot size, your trading plan, percentages, how much you're trying to gain per trade, how much you're trying to gain weekly. Everything comes down to simple math. If you just look at the pips and the numbers, I mean, we're dealing with decimals here. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes down to simple math. And I have plenty of videos on my YouTube channel that goes over that. I might drop some in a little bit, but I just want to make sure we're not missing any setups. So the New Zealand pairs, we're going to wait for a retest because I personally don't like to enter off candles like that. And plus, it started pushing too fast. So I'm not going to chase a trade like I always talk about. I'm not going to just say not to do something and then continue to do that. Just like I'm not going to say to do something and continue not to do that. So looking at EA, it is pushing above this level here. It's looking pretty nice. Yeah, so looking at EA, we were catching sales the past couple weeks where we can see here nice lows. And I see y'all in the comments. What's going on, y'all? I'm going to catch up to y'all's comments in a second. I just want to break down the game plan really quick before I get distracted. So what happened here is price failed to make a new lower low. So what happened after that? Price rejected to the upside, which is why we went for buys. So now that price broke the strong support resistance level and is treating it as a support like we obviously see today and yesterday, we can anticipate buys. So if price can break and hold above 61.70, then we can look for buys there. As of right now, it'll need to do a little bit of retracement before I feel comfortable entering. So we are going to be looking for buys on EA and most likely GA as well. But let's just pull that up before I start saying stuff. Yeah, so GA just broke a level. So if we can hold this level, we can look for a buy here as well on this. So let me go ahead and mark this stuff off. Bam. So yeah, we're going to be looking at EA, GA buys. Me and the members are already in a JPY buy. We're going to be looking at Euro New Zealand and GBP New Zealand buys. We're going to be looking at NAS and SPX buys, and then we're going to be looking at gold sells. That's going to be the game plan for today. Now, again, there is news today. So, like we just went over, that we can possibly see with this news event, either price continue the bullish momentum, or we can see the retracement, which depending on how the rest of this week goes, can turn just happen to be a lower high. I mean a higher low, or we can see the beginning of a reversal. Because after that, Thursday and Friday, we have a bunch of news events popping off as well. So definitely keep an eye on your charts going into New York session. But this doesn't really change what we do too much with any trade anyways. We always want to secure profits once we're blue, no matter if it's a news day or not. So it doesn't change what we got going on too much. Yeah, so this was the candlestick right before London. So what I wanted to see happen was a retracement, because even off this candlestick entering right as this candlestick ended, the original entry was all the way down here. So if price was to retrace, we'd be in way more drawdown and the risk reward would be way trashier than it actually originally is, which is why we're just going to wait for the retest, which can possibly still happen either this 15 or the next one. So we're just going to move this over to the right and then just let it do its thing. So let's go back to gold and see if gold broke this level, because I really want to pay attention to gold. All right, so let me catch back up to these comments. What's going on, Fahad? I see you in here. What's going on, Ryan? What's going on, Lero? Appreciate it, Orion. Ryan and Orion. Let me make sure not to mix y'all up. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a good call for sure. And again, it's literally just rinse and repeat. It's literally just rinse and repeat. Once you understand how to read the charts, every day is essentially the same stuff you're looking for. You're looking for the same patterns. You're following the same rules. You're waiting for the same confirmations. Only thing that changes is the trend, news events, levels of traffic, stuff like that. But besides all of those small details, you're still waiting for this. You're still waiting and trading based off the same stuff. Which is why trading, once you just take the time initially in the beginning to really understand what you're doing and get it down, you will thank yourself. And that's me speaking from experience. Because when I first started, I was similar to a lot of people probably watching, or how a lot of people used to be. I was using a bunch of indicators. I was just trying to make money, but I genuinely had zero idea what the hell I was doing. I was just in the charts on the markets trying to make money because I saw some video, some person told me this, some person showed me that. And I was just worried about trying to make money. I didn't care enough or want to even take the time to learn, which is kind of silly, because how are you going to, be good at something if you don't even take the time to learn and fully understand and grasp the concept, which is what a lot of traders are doing in real time. And which is why the success rate, which is slowly increasing, is still very, very low. And the failure rate is very, very high, which is not a coincidence. There's, of course, a bunch of other reasons for it, because there is manipulation, there is the stuff that goes on during the news events and a few other things. But again, we can say the same thing with how money works, how capitalism works, how the government works. It doesn't really matter. Just learn the rules to the game, and play the same way the winners are playing. It's that simple. Same thing with trading. Learn the rules, the secrets to the markets, the code to the charts. Don't just complain about the manipulation. There is manipulation, awesome. But at the same time, there needs to be manipulation at the same time. But instead of just complaining about what's going on, just crack the code, figure it out, adapt, and that's in life in general. So yeah, we're going to be looking for SPX buys and NAS buys. SPX, we go on the daily time frame, did a decent retracement, had a nice rejection wick off the same exact level yesterday. So depending on how it reacts, we could look for a possible buy here. Has some nice retest of this level underneath it. So yeah, I am kind of looking for a buy right here. I think this would be the best place for a buy. That is, of course, if it can hold that level. So we're just going to wait and let it do its thing. As of now, we do see price trying to push back to the upside. We had this nice rejection wick right here. So we're just going to let price do its thing and then go from there. We'll just join the stream. Members who took one trade last night, but as far as this lie's been going, we haven't entered anything yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Last week we went 14-0, catching a total of 107,000 plus pips. Last month we went 46-5, catching 45,000 pips. Give us a 90% win rate. A 90% or 92% win rate. Let's pull it up and see. It's either a 90% win rate or 92% win rate for the month. Let's pull that up and see. So 90% win rate. So this is what we see right here. So 36,660 of those pips strictly was caught in the advanced play signal room. You click right here. First, you go to the fourth. You click right here. It's going to take you to the very first week of May. And you click right here. It's going to take you to the very first day of May, where you can see everything, wins, losses, screenshots of trades, all that stuff. So you can see how we did last month. This is an actual exclusive footage from one of the New York's live sessions with the members and the course members. Make sure to check that out. A lot of game in there. I actually dropped a lot of exclusive content in the free channel last month. Just some sneak peeks here and there. So definitely make sure to explore and check that stuff out. All wins, all losses, everything is posted. Very transparent. Make sure to check that out. Now that's how we did last month. So as far as last quarter, if we pull that up, if I can find it, give me 1 second, y'all. Should be coming up. It's much easier to scroll, and it's crazy because I was just up here. I shouldn't have scrolled back down, but I wasn't thinking. It is what it is. We do this live. So last month, well, not last month, in April, we caught a total of 108,600 pips. 90,852 of those pips were strictly caught in the advanced play signal room. We went 47-5, giving us a 92% win rate. And then last quarter, we caught a total of 364,733 pips. So a quarter is every 3 months. So this was January, February, and March combined. We took 199 wins and only 14 losses. So only 14 losses in the span of 3 months. So we just pull out the calculator and do some quick math. That's about 4.5, maybe like 4.5 losses if we round up 5 losses a month, which is what we saw basically last month and the month before. So we've been pretty accurate and consistent, as we can see all this year. Then you click right here. It's going to take you to the very beginning of this year, which was January 3rd. Then you can see we started off with a bang. And if you scroll farther than that, you can see how we did last year as well. So definitely make sure to explore and check that out. But new 15 did just start. So let's go ahead and go through all these pairs again to see if there is some potential setups and entries we can jump on. So SPX is pushing up. So we're going to keep an eye on SPX. I do like that. So I'm going to pull that up on my other screen. And while we're doing that, we're just going to really quick go through these other pairs to see what's going down. Just to see what's going down. See if GN is going to retrace for us. So it did retrace slightly. So we're going to be paying attention to GN. We're going to be paying attention to SPX. And we're going to be paying attention to gold. That's going to be the game plan. That's going to be the game plan. So speaking of which, let me look at the positions we're in right now. Cool. Me and the members are in this EJ buy. Cool. Let's see what EN is doing. All right, so it's starting to retrace a little bit. So we're going to wait and see if it can retrace back for us. So we just went through all those pairs. So let's just look at gold really quick, and then I'm going to write the trade idea up for SPX because I'm kind of liking how that's looking. I'm not going to lie. Kind of like how that's looking. I'm not going to jump the gun on this yet, but I am going to write this trade idea up because if it can continue to hold this level, I'm not against going for a buy here. Again, we do have news later on today, a couple hours into New York, but that is hours from now. So not really too concerned about that. There's still plenty of time for price to do something. So we're not entering this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Me and the members, we only took one trade yesterday, last night during Tokyo session. As y'all know, we only trade Tokyo session strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. We're currently nice and blue on that trade. We're going to do 43.75. I think that's a good stop loss. 43.75 is going to be the stop loss. All right, bam. So yeah, you see it's still playing around. This was a nice rejection with the last 15, but we're just going to let it do its thing for this 15-minute candlestick. We're going to go back to this, but we're going to go and see these other pairs are up to. So yeah, if GN can hold this level and break back above, we might go for another position on GN. Let me go ahead and post this disclaimer just to knock it out. That way you'll have plenty of time to read this. Make sure to read this disclaimer, y'all. It's the same disclaimer I post every day before I post the first trade in the free channel. Some stuff might be common sense. Some stuff you might do already. Some stuff you might not do. But it also breaks down and explains how the TPs work. So make sure to read that. It might look like a big paragraph on your screen, but it's just 11 sentences. All right, y'all. So we're going to put this back on EJ. I'm still watching SPX, but we're going to just put this on EJ for now, since this is the trade me the members are currently in. Again, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Playmaker_Way is the Instagram. Playmaker Way is the TikTok. I post daily on both pages. Some stuff I can't post on Instagram, so I post on TikTok, and vice versa. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post on Instagram. TP Way, bro, out here fishing for us and teaching us at the same time. That's the best way to do it. Facts, that's the best way to do it. Because it's one thing to, watch a video of somebody breaking out a trade or how much they caught or whatever. Well, it's another thing for, I go live or I do the New York price watch list. I break down the price levels. I project and predict where price is going. I explain why I see price going the way it's going. I say specific price points, specific target points, all that good stuff. And then you see it play out. That's completely different from, doing a trade breakdown after the fact and, all this other stuff. So that's why I do it the way I do it. Because again, just to show y'all also, it's not that hard. I do the same thing every day. I chill all day. I'm on the charts well, that's a lie. Let me not say on the charts. I'm on my computer, like at my desk, for like maybe an hour, 2 hours, maybe 4, or sometimes longer, but definitely minimum like 1 to 2 hours. And then if I got stuff to do, or if I just don't want to be on the computer, I'm gone. But sometimes I do other stuff while I'm at my desk, like edit videos, record content, and my computer's open. But for the most part, it just takes a couple hours of work, which is really not doing that much. It's not that straining. You just have to pay attention to the charts. Because again, you want to be early for the trade. You never want to open the chart right when the move started, because you can miss the move sometimes. I'd rather be early for the move, wait maybe an hour, wait 30 minutes, then enter the trade, and then to go my way, than me stressing and rushing trying to enter a trade or missing a trade because I wasn't on the charts on time or I wasn't on the charts early enough. Because we see all the time. Some days, the first candlestick of London, we enter trades, we make some money. Other days, it might be an hour into London, 2 hours into London. It's always different. 30 minutes into London is always different. But there are some things that don't change. So definitely always want to be a little bit early to the move. All right, so let's go back to gold and SPX. SPX is looking like, yes, rejecting that level. So we're going to go back to those, but we're going to let them do their thing for now. So let's go back to GN. All right, rejected that level. So we're just going to let it do its thing. This is retracing like we wanted. So we're going to let it retrace some more and then possibly enter a buy on EN. So we're looking at EN buys, gold sells, possible SPX and NAS buys. Me and the members are currently in an EJ buy. So we're looking for JPY buys. And then as far as the AUD pairs, we're looking for buys on those as well. Just join the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Last week, we went undefeated, catching a total of 14 wins, 0 losses. 107,000 plus pips. And then last month we went 46-5, giving us a 92% win rate for the month, catching a total of 45,000 plus pips on that. You click the first link in the description, you'll be able to check that out and see for yourself. We just went over that, but we can go over that again. But first, let's just go over how we're doing so far this week. So yesterday we went 2-0. As you can see, we just hit the final TP not too long ago at the opening of London, matter of fact. But yesterday we went 2-0. We took a EN buy and then we took a GN buy. Let me fix this really quick. You're going to see a quick magic trick because it's going to bother me if I don't fix it. So I'm just going to have to fix it. So just give me Eins Minuten. Let me fix this really quick. That's a total of 220 pips caught. All right, man, look at that magic trick. All right, so we caught a total of 220 pips yesterday. 153 of those pips strictly in advanced play signaling. Ending the week 3-1. We're now 4-1 for the week. End of the day 2-0. Click right here. You're going to see that GN buy, the entry, SL, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, TPs, time the trade was posted, screenshots of positions, all that good stuff. There were some thumbs downs here, but I think they took them away. So not to pick on you because, I mean, it doesn't show who put the reactions, but there were some thumbs downs on this trade yesterday. So let's actually just look at GN and figure out why there were some thumbs downs, because somebody watching could learn from this. But first, let me make sure we're not about to miss something before I break this stuff down. So let me just do a quick double check, see what these pairs are looking like. All right. Yeah, so we're still watching SPX. So I got SPX on my other screen. So I do this breakdown, we're not going to miss anything. Let me just double check gold before I say that. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're going to still watch SPX. All right, cool. All right, so this is where we entered GN yesterday. So we entered like on this candlestick here. If we just go to the GN position, you see our entry was, well, my personal entry was 665. So 665 was right here. So this was the candlestick we entered. You see price had this nice rejection week trying to push to the upside, struggled, did a quick retest of this support level, then shot back up. So the only reason or the only time I can assume someone put a thumbs down was when price did this quick rejection. Now, why put a thumbs down just because we're in drawdown? Drawdown is a part of the game. You're in drawdown as soon as you enter a trade because of spread and charges. The SL is the SL for a reason. The SL, at least my SLs and your SL should be like this, are strategically placed where if price hits that level, you was most likely wrong, and that's where you need to exit the trade. Just like TPs, if price hits that level, that's where you need to exit the trade and all that good stuff. So if you're upset or emotional because you're in drawdown, that's telling me one of a few things. One, you over leveraged, or two, you just think you're going to win every trade, which is silly. But looking at the news today, we had some GBP news right before London. Then at 8:30, we got some Canadian news. And then at 10, we got USD news. We got Fed Charles Powell speaking. Then going into tomorrow, we got Swiss franc news at 3:30. Then at 7, we got GBP news. 4 a.m. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. How did I miss that? Oh, well. So we're going to see this pop off tomorrow as well. So 4 a.m., we got FOMC for the USD pairs. Then 7 a.m., we got GBP news. Then at 8:30, we got unemployment claims. Then at 10 a.m., we got Fed Chair Powell testifying again. And then Friday, we got PMI, like every 15 minutes. during the London session for the first 2 hours. So that's 315 euro, 330 some euro, 4 o'clock euro, 430 GBP PMIs, and then 945 USD PMIs. And that's how this week's going to end. But looking at SPX, because price did just push back up, we're going to wait for this next 15 and see what that is looking like. If it can hold this level, we're going to go for a buy. So we're going to wait for this next 15 that's about to pop up in about a minute, and we're going to see how that goes. Gold is retracing, so we're just going to leave gold alone for now. And then we're just going to pay attention to SPX, this next candlestick. And we're going to pay attention to EN. So I'm going to have EN on my other chart, and then we're going to be paying attention to SPX on the big screen. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking right here. Yeah, so we're going to wait for this next 15. Then we're going to go from there. Those just joined the stream, we haven't entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that link and explore for yourself. All right, so we're going to see how this retest, how price reacts off this retest. And depending on if we like what we see or not, we might enter. Let me fix this before I confuse myself. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to be watching this. I'm watching EN as well on my other screen. All right, both of them are retracing. So we're going to let them do their thing right now. Exactly, Fahad. And and I was like that too, because again, like you see all these, it doesn't help because you see all these videos and there's a lot of liars in the space. So people, and a lot of these traders are salespeople first, then traders. So they're not really even concerned too much at seeing y'all succeed in trading. They're more concerned about y'all, paying them for their services. So there's a lot of stuff that you're not really taught, and there's a lot of stuff that you just have to learn and accept the hard way, right? And everything's about mindset. So that's why I break this stuff down the way I break it down, and that's why I don't really like sugarcoat stuff, because I'm a blunt person in general, and I believe that's the best way to go about things, especially with stuff like this, because you want to know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Like every time someone talks to me about trading, I tell them off rip, it's not what you think it is. Yes, it's awesome. Yes, I get to chill. Yes, I get to do what I want. Yeah, I just need a phone. That's it. Like if I got a phone, I can just do whatever I want while still in trades and make money. All that stuff is true. But before you get to that, just like before you get to the NFL, the NBA, what do you got to do? You got to work your ass off, right? You got to put that work in. And part of that is, taking the time to, learn all this stuff. But drawdown is a part of the game. And like I said, the main two reasons why people don't like drawdown is because, one, they just got this weird thing in their head where they think they're supposed to or going to win every trade, which is just simply not true. Or they're over leveraging. They're not okay with what they're risking. That's the main two things. But yeah, I like SPX right here. So we're about to enter this right here. I'm about to post the TPs in the channel. So give me 1 second, because I'm getting better at it, but most of y'all know I can't talk and type how I like or how I would like to. So just give me 1 second and bear with me while I type this stuff up. 410. Yeah, so we want to see how this thing do. We want to see what this do. And I got two levels here. I don't know what I got going on here. So let me try to see what we got going on here. We're just gonna do that. And then this one we're gonna change to that. Bam. All right, cool. So let's pull up EN. Yeah, but you just gotta use the drawdown. Like I said, like main two reasons is because you're not okay with what you're risking, you're over leveraging, or because you just believe that you're not supposed to see any drawdown, you're supposed to just win every trade or only see blue. All right. So if we go into the free channel and we read the disclaimer, what is the last sentence of the disclaimer? It says, I recommend risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade. And then what does this say up here? Please use proper risk and do not over leverage. Every trade is not guaranteed to go all the way to the final TP or in our favor. All right. So just reading the first and the last sentence is basically going over what we were just talking about. So if you risk the same amount per trade, each trade, and most importantly, you're okay with what you're risking each trade, and then on top of that, you throw a very accurate strategy or at least a high percentage win rate, which we see last week, went 14-0. The week before that, once I scroll there, we can pull that up. With 14-0, the week before that, we went. What did we go? Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't know why it's doing that. The week before that, we went 12-1. The week before that, we went 9-1. The week before that, these are more student testimonials. Actually, no, is this a student testimonial? Yes, it is. These are student testimonials, so we can go over these really quick. So this is one. I think I know who this is, but I cleared the names out for privacy purposes. But this is shout out to one of the students and the members. You know who you are. Go ahead and check these out. Shout out to my boy Shawn. I'm pretty sure that's Shawn right there. Shout out to my boy Shawn right there. And if you want to see these, this is just scroll to May 29th. But back to what we was talking about. The week before, we went 11-1. And the week before that, we're just going to do one more, 13-1. So we obviously are winning more than we're losing. So we risk the same amount each trade and we win more than we lose. There is literally nothing to be scared about entering a trade. Because like I said at the beginning of this live, it comes down to simple math. Once you got your strategy down, it comes down to simple math, the execution part. All right, I see the other comments, y'all. I'm gonna catch up to it in just a second. Just writing some trade ideas up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, I like the EM right here. Give me 1 second. 695. All right, y'all. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to hit that sub button. Also, make sure to check out the videos on this channel. More videos dropping later this week. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna have to do a retest there. See what this is doing. All right, let's see what this is doing. Right. All right, cool. Cool. All right, cool. All right, so let me catch up to these comments. All right, so back to what we were just talking about. What's going on, Fitmon? I see you in here. And yes, Ryan does come with the territory. Drawdown can actually be a time to load up. I would not say that. I would not say that. If you're saying what I think you mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But if you're saying like load up as in if you're in drawdown adding extra positions, I wouldn't do that. But no. But drawdown is definitely part of the game. And because again, when you think about it, like you're never going to get like an exact. Well, sometimes you do get a perfect entry, but you're not going to always get a perfect entry. Sometimes we enter a little bit too late or too early, which causes price to do what it does. It's not going to always be a perfect entry. Like, was even EJ a perfect entry? Let me see. Okay, EJ was kind of a perfect entry. Not gonna lie, we entered right here, played around for a little bit, then exploded to the upside. So you're not going to see that every single time. You feel me? I said it to you countless times. You're the realest in the game, in my opinion. I appreciate that, Fahad. Like I missed the EJ because I work in the daytime. Asia session starts for me at 1 a.m. But it's all good. The market will always be here. Facts. Give me 1 second, yo. All right, y'all. But it's all good. The market's all good. Yeah, exactly. And like I always say, you're gonna miss trades all the time. When you're done for the day, you're missing trades. When you're in a trade, you're missing a trade. When you're asleep, you're missing a trade. I was going to suggest, would you ever create a separate chat for your advanced playroom students? I do have that. I have a group chat. So if you're a member, hit that pinned message. Not the pinned message. Hit one of the pinned messages in the advanced play signal room, and there's a group chat. That's where y'all can communicate. It's not always bumping, but we was talking in it last week and over the weekend. So yeah, that's the place where y'all can talk and chop it up and stuff. Some of the students and members were interacting with each other last week. One of the members was multiple was posting screenshots of their positions, but one of the members and students passed the funded challenge last week or a week or 2 weeks ago, posted that in the channel and all that stuff. So we do have one for the students. If you're not talking about the group chat, let me know what you're talking about. But if that's what you mean, we do have that. All right, y'all. So members, you already know in a couple hours, I'm going to drop that price watch list for y'all. Make sure that like button, subscribe, and we're going to be back at it next time, same time tomorrow, London session, 3 a.m. EST.